Addicted. So in as much as I love General Obasanjo, I mean, Chief Obasanjo,
Mm.
and I love what he has done so far for Nigeria, and which some of us are still benefiting
Yes.
from his from his legacy. And at that context of the video that I saw, I was not really happy on what happened there. So to me, for me to finally make a sound judgment, I would love to see what transpired between that period or that 1 minute that happened. So maybe something has transpired before then. So maybe was that the full video? Was it a 5 minutes video, something that happened or something happened before them that that
Mm.
he that he
No, but
that he
I think that the little that you saw, like I said, he made a valid point.
mm,
Um, but you see, this is a symptom of a larger thing, and that's why if it was just him alone, I wouldn't bother. But this is a symptom of two things. One, our traditional institutions are becoming more irrelevant by the day because most of the occupants of those positions have not living up to their responsibility. Could you tell the late Oni of Ife, Soji Aderemi, even Awolowo will never tell him in public that did they get up? I mean, come on.
what
And,
I see
and,
there.
and what you find, 1 second, what you find is that this is a new thing that is happening. The other day, he took public office. His very first whatever was backing at people. The same thing happened to the Minister of Interior, and you get a lot of that. Is this a new? Is this part of the new ethos by which we will live?
Well, you see, the truth of the matter is that majority of public officers in Nigeria don't have what we call the etiquette of the office.
Mm,
So people understand the office that they are.
yes.
So people know, so they think that they are in a party meeting where you are the governor, everybody, or the party leader, everybody control to you, everybody comes and kneel down to you. There was even a video of the current president, I think before he was not the president, was sitting down in a function in which the is it all new of people,
God,
somebody came to.
yes, he didn't get up.
I just didn't get up, just stretch his hand to the man. After we appointed you, who are you? So because everything has gone to the dogs.
Yeah,
So our
but
tradition.
it also because, I mean, let's be fair, even the traditional rulers, most of them don't at least on this side of town, they don't conduct themselves properly. They don't
It's
live
not
up
about
to,
conducting
you
themselves
know.
properly. They were not the rightful choice of the people or of the
Hmm.
class or of the institution or the culture or something. How do I will put it there? They were not the rightful choice. So these people were imposed. So when somebody was once somebody's PA, was somebody's one former contractor or somebody's so that you said okay because maybe he come from a ruling house and he's not the one that is the rightful choice of the file or whatever anything that the deity there in that place.
Hmm.
They now superimpose them because whether I like it or not, the governor has a say. And
Yes.
they will refer to the local government that the local government has a say.
Well, I think
So
it's
that
even. I think yes, that and also the fact that even in other areas, some of them have almost become a nuisance to their community. All this power
yes,
show. And some of them have gone completely berserk. Some of them have gone completely. They've gone. In some direction you can't explain, and some of them have succumbed to vanity. You see that, look, your people, your constituents are suffering, and
so
then
they are
when
blinded.
you do come out and you go to places, it's so grandiose and whatever, there's a disconnect somewhere. But there is a danger in this kind of ethos, a big danger. Is this how we will continue to live, where it's all about bravado and lack of respect for people? Because if young people see this, then you can't complain if they don't respect you as an older person.
You see, I don't think we have. I think our culture is going through extinction.
Yes, it is.
It is going through extinction. The young ones don't even have respect for the people, and the people so like that. So we're even the ones, some of us that went through that respect and co for our elders. Then we are not even giving those things to our kids. We are talking about globalization. The world is going developed. So we're even going to extinction. So we are trying to follow a world when the Indians still keep their tradition.
Exactly, and see where they are.
The Chinese still
keep their tradition. We have lost identity as Africans.
Even the British, no matter how they say, no, we go to monarchy, and at least they have a single monarchy. You still see the tradition, you still see the respect, you still see the cut scene that they do. They go for the king, they go for the royal family. You still see that they still have those things in us. But ours has gone for the highest bidders. So you are even shouting the southwest. Go to the southeast. It's even worse.
It's worse. It's worse.
Only show. The only people that have some semblance of still remaining culture are the northerners.
And Benin too.
Yes,
you can't mess with the other.
They hold on to the tradition to this very moment. But the southwest, I'm sorry to say,
it's gone berserk.
Southeast is gone. Even some part of south, it's gone. It's for the highest speed. The only people that can see anything happening well in tradition is the northerners. You see their emirs, you see the respect, you see the regards to them. You know, they still hold some respect from the people. For us,
and I think it's important.
Our own is the power show.
It's important that people also realize that if you are not compacted, that is to say, if your identity is not in tight, and all of you have a sense of belonging, that's what it does. You can't go forward. You can't go forward. And that's the problem, I think. I don't think it's even a Nigerian problem. I think it's an African problem, where some people somewhere will pick a president for you and he does what he likes 30 years, 35 years, 40 years. Look at some news I saw yesterday. It was said that in Niger, they used to get 8 cents per gram or whatever it is for uranium. Now that they've gotten out of that, they're getting $200 per gram. Because apparently in the past, the 8 cents was what was paid to them. France would have taken the rest. And yet you had a national of that country being president, superintending over something like this. But back to what we said about this new thing. There is a danger in the presidency that you and I spoke about this morning. Yesterday, Mr. Cardoso, with due respect to him, was appointed the central bank governor. Fair enough. The thing we accuse Buhari of is beginning to emerge. Almost all the financial infrastructure, FIRS, I think customs is also Yoruba, FIRS, customs, CBN, which is the other one now. But we just discovered that most of the financial structure is mines is also another important one. Petroleum. These things are now what you get is semblance of some kind of, I don't want to use that word strongly, but permit me to use it. I apologize if it appears too strong. State capture. These positions are occupied by not just people from the West, also they are the president's very close and tight people. And I am not too comfortable with the impression that I get. I'm not too, you're controlling petroleum mines, FIRS, CBN, and all these things. The picture that it paints to me is very, very shaky. You know, it makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. I wonder if you feel that way too.
I feel that way too, because to me, let's call it speed. Let's stop all this thing there. Yeah, it's just you just pick your cronies around you and give them positions, especially positions which some of them are not even qualified for. That's the truth.
What do you mean not qualified for?
I don't have a problem bringing somebody. I don't have a problem bringing somebody from Yoruba land to become the CBN governor. But Cardoso does not have the requisite experience and knowledge and global contact to become our CBN. They should go back again, even if it's zoned to the Yorubas. Let them go. I see that there are better Yorubas, professors, there are better people out there outside the world who have the mind to come and do work for us and for the betterment of our people. They are there. If you go around the world, they are holding sensitive positions with global contacts. They are there.
But so what do you think? What kind of a person would you recommend as a CBN governor? Because I think Cardoso was at some point a banker. I think it was MD of a bank.
Go and look at their profile. These guys have stopped working in 2007. They have been
Yeah.
going around with the man. Just like we talked about Buhari after power, nothing. No, nothing. No, you didn't go to school. You didn't write one book. You didn't do any intellectual discourse. You didn't do anything. Like even Obasanjo went to school, came back, did this thing. After what he did to now university, did a PhD.
He got a degree two years ago.
Yes, now so nothing. These guys left. They left to demand, and they have been moving around demand from private jet to one private jet, from one business to nothing. They have not done anything. Have you seen Wale do presented paper then? After, tell me the truth. I'll say the truth. But there are some people. If you want to work for Nigeria, not for your personal self, if you want to work for development of this country, if you want to eradicate poverty, if you want to get better life, there are other Yorubas. I don't have any problem. You see, let me tell you, I am not a tribalist.
Neither am I. But I know the optics because
just because of our federal character. Yeah. If you can populate the whole cabinet with Yoruba people like the likes of Additional Co with the pedigree, I will clap hand for you. I will be your campaign. I'll carry the banner. I'll be running out because you have put square peg, square hole. These guys have vast global contact. They can use those global contact for the benefit of all. Then the president will just be gliding. Will just be taking the accolades. But when you bring something like a minds and power, to all due respect, you bring a mass comm that the last job that I know that he did was editor of African Concord in the 90s. You bring him.
He was commissioner for 8 years though.
For information and this thing, that was under his field now.
Yes.
Are you telling me nobody that we can see that understand the mining business across the world that is in Nigeria that has worked somewhere that we can go and tap and bring him back and to do this job for us properly well and assemble the crack team and so that we can start making from that industry and complement what we are getting from oil? Are you telling me that we cannot have? See, okay, I've even zero it. Okay, bring it from your tribes people. Okay, do it. Okay, I agree. Okay, go and bring. Are you telling me that we don't have one? I'm sure if by the time we Google now, go to Google and see, we will see some popular, we will see some ADME, this around the world, working for Australian mines, working for different places and doing well. And they can bring those things here. But no, we keep, that's the problem we keep having in Nigeria. Not only this government, all subsequent governments.
Yes.
Keep putting round peg in a square hole. And that is part of the problem that we have. Look at that young man that Biden tapped to become the deputy state secretary for treasury. Look at that. That is a Yoruba chap. Nobody even heard of him. I'm sure some people in the financial industry, maybe they will have heard of him, do some transaction here and there around the world. But when Biden appointed him, without finding out trace his roots, that this guy is a Nigerian, look at his track record. The track record is something else. That guy is the deputy secretary of state. He's the second in command in state treasury of the biggest economy in the world. The biggest. He's a Nigerian by blood. Are you telling me we don't have them over there with their vast contact to come here and salvage this country? When Obasanjo went to World Bank, he saw the former Wolfsburg or something. He saw the man, and the man was telling him, I have a Nigerian here that can come and help you. Who is the Nigerian? It was Okojo Wela.
Yes.
He said, I have somebody. The man said, I can't come and work with these people that will pay me 200,000 naira per month. I have children here, so I'm going to masters and paying salary. My husband is a medical doctor. The man said, okay, we will pay your salary that you are collecting in World Bank as a minister in dollars. And all of us know what impact that lady has had.
Yes.
So there's no way we can write the history of Nigerian economic blueprint without naming.
Well, apart from the ethnic coloration, aren't you also a bit worried that these are like his personal aides? And he's holding on to petroleum. Alake is holding on to mines. Wale Edun is minister for coordinating something. The FIRS, all these are like his press. So it bothers me. And if we want to be honest, it bothers me. And because, why does it bother us? Because, of course, critics will keep saying he doesn't like him. I don't have to like anybody, but I have to salvage myself. See where we are today. Where you are now, if it was like 2 years ago, I'd be doing my program from there, getting ready to eat all that sumptuous whatever you're going to serve at night and all the fine wines and so on and so forth. But see where we are. The dollar is $9.60. Hunger is tearing the land left, right, and center. This is not a time, unless there's more than meets the eye. I think this is a time, like you said, to actually go for your best 11. It's sad. The thing is, a lot of these to have this kind of discourse here, You'll be torn apart by those who feel that you're not supporting him, you don't like him. And they are the most affected. They are the most affected. We know the way these things go. And when we raise the alarm, we expect even those who are his closest supporters to be able to call him to say, Oga, no, let's do it this way. It's becoming too apparent. There was some gentleman, one aspirant in Ogun State, PDP aspirant, who raised the alarm. In fact, I need to go and look for him. By the way, Shegun, yes. Yes. He was deeply, because I got to talk to him later, he was deeply concerned. And what he said is what I felt. If we could go against Buhari, for doing this same thing, because when Buhari put just his kinsmen and his friends there, see where it has gotten us. Like you said, we should be looking at merit. And talking about Ogun State, though, I'd like to announce that on Tuesday, we are going to, I've just spoke to him this morning, Wale Adedayo is going to be back, to talk about developments from his so-called impeachment or whatever it is. So you want to look forward to that. It's a discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN. And this discussion I'm having is in honor of my good friend Osa. If you had more cash now, you'd have had a public lecture. Throw all of us the NIA and then we go for dinner in the
no, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I think something that I'll try to do, because you see, like when some of us say these things, some people just come at us and say, "Oh, we are saying we are doing this."
Yes.
Some of us are talking from a place of comfort, but we're also talking about how a better country.
If you can have a better country, yes.
Yes. One of my guests came to me. One of my guests came when he landed yesterday. And so we were just taking a walk at the city center, me, myself, and him. Was drizzling, so we tried to get where to go and have lunch. Then he just stopped. He just stopped me, just hold my hand. Himself and his wife just took my hand, and I said, "My brother, it's bad for us to enjoy at least 50% of what is happening here now." And I said, "It's not impossible, but it's just that we have corrupt people." And the next thing that he told me, when Nigerians are tired, they will rise up.
Yeah, because look, what makes it sad for somebody like me? Let me throw the weight of my age at you. I have seen Nigeria work. I have seen Nigeria at its best. This country has been good to my generation. A lot of young people, they take delight in saying it was your generation that caused it. Okay, so we've caused it. What are you going to do? Are you going to just sit back and continue saying that it was my generation? This country created my generation. They paid their school fees. And it's unfortunate that those who benefited from these things, I say it all the time, are those who are the stumbling blocks today. Okay, I think we need to take a break. We need to take a break. When we come back, we're going to open up our lines for you to call in 0700 993 993 993 01465 7190. All protocols as far as the female line will be observed. No matter how much you try to sound like a female, I will fish you out. We'll be right back.
The Discourse with Jimi Disu.
The Discourse with Jimi Disu
continues in a moment.
It's midnight. You're on an important call. Suddenly you hear,
You have 1 minute remaining.
you quickly check your wallet, and there's no cash. What if you could recharge without cash and even get some bonus? Low on credit? No problem. Recharge your MTN line by downloading my MTN NG app or dial star 904 hash to buy airtime directly from your bank account anytime, any day, and enjoy a 15% bonus on every recharge. Yes, it's that easy. MTN. What are we doing today?
And now, we are back on the Discourse with Jimi Disu.
Like my friend Patu Tommy would say back in his program back in the day, we are back. All right. Let me pick one or two calls. Also, I hope you're still there.
I'm there. I'm here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning.
My name is Maya from Satellite.
Yes.
Honestly, I normally say that Buhari is doing wrong thing by his appointment, but we can see that President Tinubu have gone wire, even worse than what Buhari was doing before, and everybody was shouting from the West here.
Yes.
Choosing a case man. Nepotism. Now nobody is talking from the West.
I'm from the West.
God bless you, sir. I have respect. I listen to you. This is the first time calling you. You are a true Nigerian, and God will surely bless you.
Amen.
But what I'm telling you that all people, Nigeria is what I listen to every day, day by day, for more than 5 years now. Those people who complain, nobody is talking about the way all the whole security chiefs are in the hands of the best people now, and nobody is talking. There's no problem. This is the way we want to go. I believe one day the table will turn. Thank you, sir.
That's exactly, Osa, that's exactly what we are trying to prevent. We don't want the table to turn. We want a system that runs on merit. Because what we've been doing in the past with nepotism and so on and so forth, see where it has gotten us. I mean, Osa, you get what I'm saying?
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't hear from him. I couldn't hear from.
Oh, okay. He was saying that this ethnic coloring we were talking about, that no, people are not talking. There was a lot of noises. I said, I'm from the Southwest. I'm talking. Am I not a human being? So he said, okay. I got photographs from Ali Baba. Apparently, he's listening, and he showed me the 3 places where Obasanjo was giving respect to I don't know if you can say it, to traditional rulers. Yes, Ali Baba, I said that the point he made was valid. The point he made was valid. What he shouldn't have said in public was to call on the traditional rulers. Hey, did they get up? You don't do that. There's no argument about that. But I thank you for these pictures. But he said it himself that, and yes, I know this one where he had to prostrate for the Oni of Ife and so on and so forth. He made a very good point, but spoiled it by losing his temper. Let's pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, Pastor.
Well, Uncle Jimmy, my take in all this is this. We reward people not based on merit. We reward them based on our closeness to them at the detriment of the economy. Now, if you look at when Biode Shoumi cried out, it has not been like this. That this same thing we blame Buhari of is the same thing Oga is doing now. That this thing will not help us. And let me say this, Uncle Jimmy, this thing will continue to divide us deeper and deeper and deeper. And we don't need this. We don't need it. This is not the best time for it. If you look at everything, we are almost losing it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Osa. Well, we've had this government now for 100 days plus now. And I don't think I've had you on radio in recent times. So I'd just like to know if you think that we are headed in the right direction in terms of economic policy and initiatives, whether you think we're in the right direction.
Yeah, I know what I would say now. People, supporters will come after me and say what they want to say, but I don't care. To me, what is paramount to me is not about an individual; it's about a country.
Yes.
the country that the founding fathers have come and have gone. They have left the country, and the country is still standing as it is.
Yes.
So I will do our bit. I will leave the country one day. Because please, you see, it has been a 100 days of calamity. I had those slogans that he has there's a master plan, the same master plan like in Lagos that has not been working perfectly well. He entered that place without a plan. There was no plan. He had a plan, a master plan of I want to grab power. But I want to rule now. There was no plan.
Yes.
We can see the somersaulting of policies. We can see policies that are not well thought about.
Yes.
We can see policies of impulse that you just quickly just say it without even looking at the ramification of what you just said.
Oh, will this caller please hold on if you're listening? We are doing this by Zoom, so your call is just hold on. You can't get to speak to us now. Sorry, Osago.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was 100 days of you making some policies that have taken more Nigerians into poverty, that have taken some of the middle class back to where they cannot have their income, cannot work. I'm not saying, I am not against global welfare subsidy, but like I keep saying, the Nigerians must benefit somehow from the government. It's not our fault that our refineries are not working, because we are not the one who have the levels of power to make things work. So we cannot have our resources are in abundance. They will not ship our resources overseas. They will not go and buy that same resources and come and give it to us very, very, very expensive. So we should have some hundreds of thousands of barrels, which is our own right. Why we export the others and we benefit from those things. You understand what I'm saying now? So to me, his policy on subsidy removal was very, very flawed, not well thought about. Some of the things that he have done. For example, look at what they did in Dubai. They still thought they were still in opposition. We were doing propaganda. Even CNN even came yesterday to say something about the restriction was not done properly well.
Oh, really?
Yes, CNN wrote something about
that was embarrassing though. Very, very embarrassing.
You had a meeting. That meeting was impromptu put together. You know, he said it. He saw the ambassador on his way. He stopped by. He had a discussion with the president of United Arab Emirates, who is the emir of Dubai. You had a meeting with them. Your officer just quickly went out and you quickly put up a statement without not sitting down with the team and draft a communique. Normally, it is the host. It is the host that will put up a communique or something after the meeting.
Yes.
This was what was agreed. This was what was done. I would have expected them to say, yes, our president has taken some proactive measures and he has had the sit down with XYZ. And in the coming days or coming weeks, we hope that some of those.
Yes.
We are working behind the scene tirelessly. This discussion now is on the presidential level. Simple and go. And that's what you do. The Nigerians will start waiting. Now, okay, when it will happen. You see, to me, I am against the lifting of that restriction from Dubai.
Why?
It is Dubai is the biggest beneficiary of Nigeria's wealth.
Yes.
We don't have anything that we are benefiting from them. Now, if they are buying gas or selling oil, we are doing something that we're doing. We should be thinking about what I do for you, what I get back from you. The dollar will go to 1,002, 1,003 once that route is open, because that is the easiest place for you to get a visa to go and spend money. Now we don't even have the reserve to back that kind of spending. When we have the money, yes, fine, but now we don't have it. Dubai and China, for our manufacturing thing that we do, things that we import, are part of where our monies go to. So for now, Dubai it is not for the good of the common man. It's for the good of me and you, Uncle Jimmy.
Why did you put my name inside?
I can afford to jump into a plane and go to Dubai and buy it. And also for politicians, because it is a politician haven where politicians stash money easily. Because in the Western world, they now try. There are so many rules and laws that restrict your bringing money from a politically exposed person. But in Dubai, you send your children there, you buy a flat, you stay there. There was a time our first lady was there for months. It's a haven for politicians. It's not for the benefit of Nigerians. So let them put that restriction. let's tighten our state. Let's stay inside that country. Let's stay that border there. Oh, that's the truth, because we spend money there. For example, when we look at places like Germany now, when you go to Germany and do business with them, we know they are giving us some power thing. There's something that we are benefiting from them. Oh, you go to UK, you go to China, or you go to Russia, something, some places, there are some bilateral things that we do to each other. That, oh, we give you this, you give us this, we do this, we do that. So there's a trade balance. But the trade is tilted towards Dubai. They have 2 airlines. We cannot compete with them. So we will be spending money on that airline. We don't have a hub. So if you're going to America and they sell a cheap ticket for you, you take Dubai and you go to America. You take Qatar, you take the Emirates, you take all those airlines there and go. We don't have those kind of capacity to match them. So they are just coming here to clean our money, take the money from us, and we go. And so the pressure on the dollar will be high. So to me, those are not the places that we should be looking at. There are so many low-hanging fruits that this government should focus on.
I think that unfortunately, I think that the government is worried about its legitimacy in spite of the court ruling, and is trying to please the people by propaganda. But you can't use propaganda on empty stomachs. Yes, you can't, no matter how nice it sounds. And I'm sure people will be saying that. Let's look at it this way: what me, I never chop. Waiting concern me with Dubai. You know, I think that whole axis is wrong, and I would suggest very strongly that the president go back to the drawing board. In all honesty, the things that we see, like you rightly said, you don't seem to have what you would call, you can't see what you would call a concrete plan. We've seen concrete plans work. For example, look at when the UPN won some things in the Western states. As soon as they got in, it was free education, it was this, it was that, and they took off. They got a few things wrong, yes, but at least you could see the direction. Currently now, Osa, I don't know the direction in which my country is going. Maybe you do.
No, we don't even have our country doesn't have a pilot. It's just going on the cruise control, just there moving around in circles, turning around.
Because look, the CBN governor was huffing and puffing about 2 weeks ago about how they were going to inject funds and whatever, and instead of it to go down, it went up again. You know? Okay, let's take. Yes, go on.
So let me tell you. Okay, go on. That's you see, like you said, they lack that legitimacy. This is one of the, apart from the military government, this is one of the governments in Nigerian history that never had over close to 50% of the people supporting them.
Yes.
So they have a legitimacy issues, and that thing will be with them till the end of their tenure. That's the truth. So the only option that they have is for them to roll their sleeves and work for the good of the people. Anything short of that is a disaster. So, but the way I'm seeing it, they are working for their pockets. They are not working for today. They feel that the presidency or the Nigerian state is the highest prize that you take in your political career. Oh, I've gotten it. Then what else? Okay, I was once a president. You can be president for 4 years and 8 years. Then what is your legacy? There are some people that were leaders of this country that cannot even anymore.
Sorry. Yes.
There are some people who were president of this country that we cannot call their name. You cannot mention Abacha's name, that you cannot see different sort of things that will happen, that people talk about him in bad. Not much as Abacha had his own good side. There was I was in a group and we were arguing on the day Babangida was there. I don't know what it is, 182 or so. And people started talking about what has he done. People started naming Nigeria. I mean this breach and the other. But the legacy of that MKO's election and co still lived with him forever. So when you become president and after 8 years, what? So look at Buhari now. After 8 years now, so what now? You can't even say anything.
Okay, thank you, sir. Because we are on Zoom, I'd like to plead with those calling through Skype to please just hold on, okay? Yeah, just stopping the flow of the discussion we are having. I'm sorry, if it was like when we're in the studio, we'll be able to manage it. But when you're on Zoom, it's almost on the same interface, okay? So, and if you try to switch it off, we're going to have to switch himself up. Let's pick that call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
I'm Mrs. Obroli, sir.
Yes,
Thank
madam.
You for coming in spite of the rain. God bless you, sir. I just want to come from another angle on the Obazem issue. Uncle Jimmy, times without number, I've heard you say it on this show that the way the Obas carry themselves is not
Would this
the way,
man just hold
you
on?
know,
Would
they
this
used
man
to
just hold
behave
on? Can you knock off
in the
Skype,
past.
please? Knock it off. Hello?
Presently,
Yes.
can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Please go on.
I said the way they carry themselves these days.
Yes.
See, Uncle Jimmy, tele, because they are held in high esteem, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you see them parading themselves in the public, in different spaces.
Okay, Mr. Boli, your 1 minute is up, and I think
You
your point.
understand? So
Thank you very much. I think your 1 minute is up. Your point is well noted. The gentleman calling on Skype should please just. We will not pick that call because we've said, please hold on till when we can actually do that, not when people are talking. This is it's peculiar because we're using a Zoom facility, okay, and it comes to pick the other call again. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
My name is Prince Rice, calling from Wardofin.
Yes.
Yeah, number one, Obasanjo committed taboo.
Yes.
In fact, if your son become a king, immediately become a king, you have to give him the due respect himself.
Yes.
Those Obas are doing them. You obey them because if one of them say, hey, don't listen to Obasanjo, and if they are replying that forum, it will be very rowdy. Obasanjo should apologize. It's a taboo in Yoruba land to order Oba to stand up, sit down. What are we talking about? As elderly somebody, he committed taboo here. Now, number two, to criticize is their job to do. Your guest so far there was condemn everything Mr. President. The beginning is very painful, but at the end of the day, you are praying for better Nigeria. All those appointments, majority of them are first class that can work for this country. But I want you to know, to criticize very easy, but to do very difficult. Some of ministers are performing now. We see their hands. The problem we are facing in this country today is civil servants.
Is what?
Civil
servants?
Yes. They are more. They are the one that's pushing Nigeria down. Look at the interior minister. He was telling them, within 2 weeks, within a week, 60,000 was out. Where are they before? They were waiting for highest bidder. If we fail to take corruption in this country, corruption may like to kill this country, and we don't want Nigeria to die. Good morning to you.
Okay, thank you, Prince Fires. Let's pick another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, I got a note from a caller. I don't want to mention the name, who says that your program is becoming lopsided. I never thought I'd get to say it. Can you honestly stop playing in waters you absolutely know nothing about? That's what the person says. Your apathy for Tinubu is not needed. Have an open mind. Your guest Osa just dug your trench deeper. I'm utterly embarrassed. I wish you were not so fixated on Peter Obi. You are meant to be neutral. Did I say anything about Osa? Did you say anything about Peter Obi here?
I don't know anything.
As far as I'm concerned, if you are a supporter of anybody and you don't like, go listen to something else. We have to tell the truth here. We owe Nigerians the truth. And I keep maintaining that it's not about supporting one person against the other. When this president does good, we say it. Just last week, we got embarrassed when initially we saw the story on Dubai, only for me to walk out of the studio and get a statement from the UAE government disclaiming what this government has said, and that's what we are talking about. If you look, I have no apologies. In all honesty, if as a supporter you find it too difficult to listen, then you're free to go listen to some music. And please, I'd appreciate if people stop talking about you don't like this or you don't like that. If you're in your own comfort zone, fair enough. But I am sure there is nobody that sees the level of suffering of our people who has a human heart that will not be prepared to say the truth. You want to comment on that?
Yes, I would like to answer that man. I'm sure he's listening to what we say.
He's a woman.
She's a woman. Okay, madam. I want to put it to you this way. I want you to go back because some of you have suffered from, I use the word amnesia sometimes, you forget so many things. When the PDP was in government, we know the way Lai Mohammed and co were lambasting and lamponing those governments. We know things that they said on CNN. We know things that they have done. We know things that they went as far as to tell the Americans to come that the Nigerians are due. We know things that they have reported to several embassies. So when we come now and say, I'm not a PDP candidate member, I'm not a Labour Party member, I'm just a Nigerian that wants things to work. So if you sit down in your comfort zone and say 13 to 14 or 20 million Nigerians are students are out of school, with Lagos housing over 2 million, and you say we should continue to clap hands for you because you're supporting one man. No, Nigeria is bigger than this man. Awolo have come and gone. Zik has come and gone. Amadu Bello has come and gone. Meshagari has gone. Jakande has come and gone. The country still remains. So the benefit, the good of this country is paramount to us, not to an individual. We don't owe an allegiance to any individual. We owe an allegiance to the constitution of the country as it is now. I don't, even if it's my father that is there and is doing the wrong thing, and I will say to him. And as a Christian, we saw the way the prophets were telling the kings then that you are going against the wishes of God. So we cannot sit down here and say we should clap out because you like one man's speech or the other. I love all the past governors of Lagos State. The same man that you're talking about, I voted for him 2 times. I was a delegate in one election. I voted for the likes of BRF, and those are part of the people that I love. I voted for Ambode, and I still voted for Sanwo-Olu. So don't tell us that we shouldn't say what we want to say. After all, when they were in opposition, they did all these things against the present government. So
I mean, minus all that, what is even paramount, Osa, to be honest with you, is I don't know how anybody could see things going down south with the level of suffering. If you are privileged, fine. Thank God for that. But if you are in a position to see remember that incomes have not gone up.
Yes.
Remember that incomes have not gone up. So if you're in the position to see the massive suffering of our people, we must whip the government into line. And there are no apologies for that. Let's pick another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Jimmy, I've been listening.
Yes.
In fact, you're hitting the nail at the head. May God bless you.
Thank you.
You see, right now as I'm talking to you, poverty. So many children will be out of school. No money. And the palliative you're doing is channeled one-sided. So many of these people here, they are all pretending. Because Nigeria as it is today, we are suffering. Fela says suffering and smiling. We are not smiling again. People are dying.
Yes.
No. In fact, let's just leave it there. My name is Marshall Obama.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, ma. How are you?
Basanjo and my darling, no.
But I like him too.
I'm just following who they are supporting. But each time, like that 1999, he came. You would have thought that he would have put a lot of things in place.
Yes.
But the third 10 thing, probably clouded his. And you know that one of his faults is that he never forgives. You understand? He will give you.
I think the other fault is that he has a temper.
But what I'm trying to say now is, all the kids, both in the east, north, south, once they started collecting money from people in government, okay, Uncle Jimmy, they sold their rights. So, because I remember those days now, they were not paid. The traditional thing is people will bring food, bring wood, bring water for the king. Do you understand? Yes. And they are now elected or selected or by lineage or by whatever agreement by the people. So now, I mean, if they have that power, that traditional power, they should have cost him immediately. But they don't have it. They should have cost him, and
don't let them cost Baba.
No, what I'm saying is that they have that right, but because the people that are occupying the places that they are occupying are not supposed to be there, they don't have any rights, traditionally. And for the recent government, some of the ministers he gave to some regions, Uncle Jimmy, junior ministers and all, okay. If people say it's okay, okay. But you can't come to a region and you have so many people from the same region, senior ministers, and then until you think you're doing well. Well and good. There's another thing that you are suffering in Nigeria. People from a region is, you enjoy subjugating people, putting them down, and then you want people to, that class thing, serve their servants and, ruler and, That is what they are now trying to send to all the regions.
Okay, madam, thank you very much. Your 1 minute is up. We are running out of time. I can take just one more caller, just one more caller, and we'll close for the day. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Jimmy, my name is Jeremiah.
Yes.
So, sir, I greet you.
Please.
You are saying what we are experiencing. Anybody that want to come on air and start talking, let them talk. I knew on Tuesday that you and Sheriff didn't know that thing is fake. Even I listened to you when I was going to work. Even the man that came out to say he and Tinubu attend the same school with glasses, the investigative journalist, I won't mention his name, on the platform, he say it's fake now. So people want to shut anybody down that is saying what we are experiencing. Are people really normal? We are experiencing something. They are pointing to it. You are coming on air to defend your religion and your ethnicity. Many of the women that always come to a Jimi program, they are not Yorubas. That's why I listen to you, sir. They are not Yoruba. Most of Ikiru disease, Ikiru that, all of them. I think I'll go to YouTube.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. The 1 minute is up. We got to go. So, Osa, happy birthday one more time. What is your wish for yourself and for your country?
I think the only wish I have for
myself, I know you want to make more money, sir. I know that one.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. The only wish I have for myself is to live in good health and God to prosper me. But to me, the most important wish for me is a prosperous Nigeria.
Yes.
A united Nigeria, because I know we have the capacity. I see Nigerians across the world. I see the hardworking nature. I see what they put in, and everybody just keep telling us that it's leadership that we don't have. And leadership, people seize the ballot, people seize the system. You see, that's why we're going down and down and down again. And I pray that before one leaves this earth, that we'll see a Nigeria that is at least, even if it's 50% of our potential that is working. Let's see that. That is what I would go. That's my best wishes that I have.
Okay, sir.
Everybody.
Okay, awesome. May the good Lord grant them. Thank you very much. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains for today. It's been nice talking to us, and nice reviewing certain things. One more time, I'd like to appeal to people to please try as much as possible to be open-minded. It becomes an irritation when you are pointing out things that are quite apparent, and you are trying to find a way to alleviate the sufferings of our people. And all some people will do, privately, even outside the program, is to accuse you either of hating somebody or, supporting another person. I think it's narrow-minded. Let me tell people that it's important that everybody knows this. If you find yourself in a position where you can at least walk through the problems we're all facing, give God the glory. It's not to now, it's not to now smite the other people. Majority of our people are suffering. That is a given. That is what drives me here. I'm not in support of any politician. They are all the same, whichever party it is. They are all the same. They are the same stock. So take that out of your mind in the first instance. Rather, put the sufferings of your people. I can almost say close to half of the population of parents in this country can't pay the next school fees they are going to have to pay, both university, private schools, and so on and so forth. So let's be a bit more human in these things. This is not a political organ. The elections are over, but we must put whoever is leading us on the hot seat. I'd like to thank you all for listening. On Tuesday, Wale Adedayo is going to be back here. And on Friday, I'm bringing a friend of mine. Friday is the day we set aside to allow the Center of Youth Development. Last week, we had a gentleman on the dating app. On Friday, I'm going to bring Don Baba. Don is a veteran photographer. Very good. One of the best. But works smartly. You know Don? Yes. We're going to bring Don Baba to teach you how you can make a living out of photography. All of you buy these expensive phones. Yes, you haven't thought about how you can make good money out of them. So I'm going to bring Don Baba. We will talk about that for 1 hour on Friday. And of course, God willing, we'll have the Abumi on Wednesday. Oh, so yeah, go and get ready for your guests. Bring my champagne when you're coming back, okay?
No problem, sir.
My dear, how are you? Is this one for real or it is follow come? What is it? It's not follow. What is it? This was attachment. Also, so we have follow. Okay, I'll see you all on Tuesday, God willing. Bye.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria